Hi everyone, thanks for joining my live. It feels like I haven't been live for a second, but I'm trying to get back in the habit. I know I always say that, and so, but here we are. Oh, Ruth's here. Hey, how's it going? Hi Pugs, hi Jameson, hi everyone. I never have a theme for my lives, just kind of like chatting and taking questions and see what everyone's doing. Oh, thank you so much. Bart says, I love your videos, especially the ones with Baby Yoda. He's right here. Yeah, I've been experimenting with some different kinds of content, as you probably noticed lately, some more like movie reviews and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to like figure out a good balance for everything. So I'm trying some new things, but I'm not unaware that this skits are kind of the thing I've had the most success with. So I'm definitely never going to give that up. People sometimes ask like when the next Grogu video is, and they're always on Saturdays. I say always. There are obviously some exceptions if um, I'm traveling, but even when I'm traveling, I've tried to squeeze one in. So yeah. Oh my gosh, what a compliment. BRCF says I look like Rachel Brosnahan. That is a staggering compliment. She is stunning. She was great in Superman. Thank you. I don't know. I don't remember her outfits though, and for me, someone to cosplay has to really like grip me in the movie. Like Dune, for example. You watch Dune once, and you're like, oh my gosh, those still suits, holy cannoli, those are so cool, right? Um, so, oh, thank you so much. Oh, Callum, what? Seen your comments before, and I really appreciate it. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. Um, Bart asked where Jeremy is. He is just downstairs. We just finished eating dinner, so he was, I don't know, doing a little work, I think. Didn't get it all quite done today, so he's just downstairs. But I should do some more videos with him. We haven't done a video together in a while, except for him obviously going with premieres and stuff. It just was, I need to get back in the habit of that. Haha. Robert Bishop says, tell Scout Trooper Jen, congratulations on being the leader of the costume closet. Also, she's going to update her armor to fit the part. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I know her armor has some cracks. I made that costume in 2017, 2018, I can't remember. So she's a little old. If you look really close, she has cracks on her belt, and less noticeable, there's cracks on the side pieces. I think I've cracked a knee. I think I'm kind of waiting to sort of justify a repurchase of a lot of it. I don't really want to make a whole bunch of things until it's really necessary. But yeah, there's a couple. She get a couple upgrades, but she's not going to get like a mayor sash or anything like that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the nice compliments. Oh, Ruth, you're going on a Disneyland birthday trip? That sounds amazing. What magic band did you pick out? Rick F asks if not Lois Supergirl, Mrs. Terrific. Oh, that's interesting. If I were to cosplay someone from Superman, who would it be? No shade to the movie, no costume, but like really maybe off-duty Hawk Girl, like without her wings and the helmet, just the suit. I remember seeing her in the Hall of Justice, thinking she looks really cool, you know. Oh, 70th anniversary, that's awesome. Fork asked, do you like the sequels and the originals or the prequels? What's your favorite Star Wars movie? So my favorite Star Wars movies, I have several. I love Force Awakens, I love Rogue One, and I love The Empire Strikes Back. I don't hate the prequels, but I don't maybe feel the connection to them. A lot of people do. I like Revenge of the Sith very, very much. But there's no bad Star Wars trilogy. People have their favorites, but I'm not going to sit here and say one is way better than the other. Just people have favorites. That's all. So, but if I had to pick a trilogy as my favorite, it's actually the anthology series, the Rogue One Solo. I think those are always left out. You know, and now we're going to have Mando and Grogu too, so we'll have 3 movies that aren't a part of a trilogy. I mean, technically the Clone Wars, but I feel like that's a prequel movie even though it's animated, so they need more love. I get the Hasbro Proton Pack. I didn't. My Proton Pack is the Spirit Halloween one, so not nearly as accurate, but not anywhere near as expensive. That does look cool. And Hasbro did, what have they done? A wand, and they've done a ghost trap, I think. And then what's this year? No, Spirit Halloween has a smoking ghost trap this year. So I'm gonna look at that, I think, when the stores start to open. But sometimes those big props don't always come to Spirit Halloween. I think I love being a Ghostbuster. I think I'm more in the Spirit Halloween budget for my Ghostbuster stuff. But I love seeing all the guys with, all the people, I should say, with like the totally tricked out Ghostbusters thing. They look amazing. Favorite alien movie? Super easy. It's Aliens for me. I was just looking into like the Reebok Alien Stoppers on eBay. Just went down a rabbit hole about them. Whew, they are a lot of money, but that would be fun. I have a friend that cosplays aliens, and she's in the Power Loader. It's so cool. Aliens for sure. That movie, if it's like on cable, I'll never skip it. There's that documentary that's been on United Airlines about the being, everybody's in it, obviously, except for sadly Bill Paxton, and the guy who played Apone. So, but Carrie Henn is in it. Like it's Lance Henriksen, Sigourney, everybody. James Cameron. I love that movie. That is one of my favorite movies. Now the others are fine, but that's in a different category for me. My husband, please come in live. I think he's gonna skip this one if that's okay. I could call him, but he's not gonna hear me over the air conditioner. So, watching the UPS truck. I like how in the UPS sometimes you can actually, it's made a little creepy, but you can actually track the truck. I hope people don't abuse that, but it's nice to know, do I have time to run out for an errand? Oh no, the truck's really nearby. My husband could be a space marine. It's true. I feel like he has more the demeanor of Berg, you know? But he doesn't have that kind of hair. But yeah, that could be a good one. What's your favorite character's lightsaber? Go Bills. That's a good question. I've been fortunate enough, I've had a few sent to me. I do like Obi-Wan's. Obi-Wan's feels very classic, but I think number one has to be the Youngling Slayer 3000. I just think because it's been in all three trilogies. It's like the classic Star Wars saber. That's a hard one to say. How is that not your favorite, you know? Oh, Essex, thank you so much. Oh, so it was from Lockport. Nice. Now you're in Washington State? Favorite food and drink? I don't know. I don't have a. I kind of like all food and drink. Like anything Mexican or Indian food, sushi. But I'm pretty easy when it comes to food. There's usually not something that I won't. Very little stuff I won't eat. There's something I don't prefer. But and then drinks. I am a Coke Zero kind of girl, and Snapple. Like Snapple a lot too. Oh, it's Losers Club. Thank you so much. I used to watch you like 2 years ago, like every day. That's wild to me. I feel like I just started doing this. So for people to say like, oh my gosh, you were my childhood. I was like, what? But then yeah, I started in 2020 and didn't start on YouTube till like 2 years after that. So I forget. It's ups and downs, you know. So I'm glad I'm still here. I feel really fortunate. What's Mando doing now? Like in my series? I haven't had Mando a lot in the show. I decided to write like a bigger arc, kind of a multi-week arc with this lightsaber training, just to have some fun with that. I hadn't really had Ahsoka in the series before, so I thought I might have fun with just the two of them. I haven't finished it. I started writing before I finished it, but I think I got that Grogu Pram lightsaber from Damien's saber. So I think there's going to be sort of some denouement about how that's going to be a gift from Mando, I think. So I'm not sure yet. Watching from Japan. So what time is that there? What time is it now? Is that, I remember when I was there, I couldn't remember what time it was back home. Is it like 7:30? Or is it 9:30? I do like Return of the Jedi. I like The Empire Strikes Back a little tiny bit more, but they're both great. You know, Return of the Jedi is just a great experience, you know. Watching from Iceland. Wow, I'm so glad you're here. That's really late there, right? That's like tomorrow. Can I show you the Supermom costume? Well, if I went to get it, I would, it'd be weird because I'd be sitting, there'd be this empty space, so I went and got it. But that's actually not a bad idea for Future Live, like suiting up and showing how it all goes on. That's a great idea for Future Live. I'm going to do that. So, but I don't have it in this room with me right now, so I'd have to stop the live. But good idea for another live for sure. Hi from North Dakota. Oh, watching from PA. Nice. Where in PA? Eastern PA, Western PA? Oh, Cyril has a good point about the Spirit Halloween Smoke and Ghost Trap. It has a chemical smoke. Interesting. I only saw the email for it. I didn't look at it that closely. I wasn't sure if it was like a steam or if it was like a smoke machine. So, Southern PA, does that mean like Southern Central PA? I only know like, you know, Philly and Pittsburgh, and then I have family in Central PA, which is near Harrisburg. Fork says, I love Rogue One because it shows brutality of the war between the Empire and the Rebellion. I like Rogue One too. It just feels like really connected to the Skywalker saga, but still this interesting, important story. You know, I thought that was really, really cool. I like that a woman is the main character. I think that's fun. I think they should do the same thing with the Bothans getting the Death Star plans and the Return of the Jedi. You know, let's make another one of those. Someone kept asking me about Philly area. Got it. Oh, okay, Southern, right? Because like, got it. Someone asked about the new Bills Stadium. New stadiums are always cool. In general, most existing stadiums are fine. Like, I don't know. This is not anything specific to the Buffalo Bills, because obviously it's been going on this new stadium craze for the past 20, 30 years. I don't really get it. There's nothing with these giant stadiums. They're totally fine. Are they fancy? No, but we're there to watch a sporting event. But then again, I'm not on the tier that like does the luxury box thing, which I know makes teams and the leagues lots of money. So maybe they understand there's a need to do that. I don't really know enough why we make new stadiums when the existing stadium is perfectly fine. That's how I feel about all stadiums in general, not just the Buffalo Bills. With the Bills too, it's been frustrating, you know, to see the new prices, that there's going to be a seat license, that the Pagulas have had to give up some ownership stake to help fund it. I have kind of wondered a couple times, like, why? That said, once it's all made, it's going to be exciting. But in general, I'm not someone that is a new stadium lover. Like, the old stadiums are great, and they're cheaper to go to, and you still have a great time, you know. Inexplicably, Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles is like the second oldest stadium in the National League after Wrigley, and the third oldest stadium period. And it was only built like in the 50s? And it's great. They've remodeled. It's fine, you know. It's beautiful. But that's just me. What's your next live? I don't know. I need a more regular schedule. I need to make one. I don't know right now. Are the Chiefs moving Arrowhead? I don't even know that. Oh, your church had a concert and they did Star Wars as their encore? That's so cool. The HasLab had a Proton re-release? Oh, I thought that was from a few years ago. What I should do with my lives is make a calendar and schedule them. Tonight I was like, oh, I have some time. I feel like going live. I'm going to go live. So I'm usually just sort of random about it, but I need to be better at scheduling it. I know about Saber Guild. I have friends in Saber Guild. I don't know if a Saber Guild's for me. I'm not really a lightsaber performer girl, but the clubs are so fun. They're great people. They do great things, especially helping, you know, train kids at conventions. Kids love it. I love hearing at it. All on Ghostbusters Day. Someone asked Brisha asked how I got into making cosplay. I had sewed Halloween costumes for a few years, and then I went to sew a Halloween costume one year and was doing Rey from The Force Awakens. And I got into researching that costume and found the whole world of cosplay and the RPF and how to source like screen accurate pieces. I just fell in love with it. So, Oh, Katrin asks, what has been most challenging costume to build, and which one would you do again knowing more? What a great, thoughtful question. Most challenging build is probably the Imperial disguise that Jyn Erso wears in Rogue One. I have that, and just the problem was there weren't enough really good kits for that. I was trying to make a bad kit work, and when I say kit, it's like you buy a vacuum formed armor and you cut it and trim it to fit, and it just was a bad kit. So obviously, if I made it again today, I would 3D print everything myself instead of trying to make the stupid kit work. But that's probably the one I would redo. But that says I don't wear that one enough to redo it. I'd make the flight suit a little baggier, so that kind of thing. So it's probably the same answer as my Imperial disguise, Jyn Erso. So, um, hi, Paladin Heart. Favorite costume. Favorite costume is any of the ones that have like multiple techniques in them, where I've done like leather work and pattern making and sewing and 3D printing and painting and some metalsmithing, not metalsmithing, but like, finding greeblies and doing some stuff with that. So that always makes me, I have the most pride in that, because I can look at a costume like from head to toe, I made every single piece. So that's like Bo-Katan, The Mandalorian, Zori Bliss, and Val from Solo. I would put Boba Fett is almost there, except Boba Fett I didn't make the flight suit. Oh, and the armorer too. The armorer was challenging. That had a lot of sewing in it, a little less armor. Actually, way less armor. Her armor's just toe caps and her chest plate. So, but a lot more sewing. Like the skirt was really fun to make. I'm proud of that one too. And it's just a cool silhouette, It's so funny when you make these costumes. You can't really see the whole thing until it's pretty much you're at the finish line. Then you put it on, you're like, whoa. Same with these dresses I make too. I mean, Jurassic Park was not an amazing example. Jurassic World Rebirth, I should say. That was right up to the finish line. I remember it was like, we had to be in a car at I think 3:45, and it was 3:40, and I was putting the dress on in front of the mirror, and I went, oh, I think I did it. Like I kind of gasped, like, oh, this actually looks good. I mean, yeah, I had no idea. I hadn't had it all sewn and dry until the moment we had to leave. I had a backup dress ready to go just in case. So, but whew, that was a cool one. Oh, and Brisha, thank you so much. I love your dresses, which you made for movie premieres. That has been a fun thing to do. I don't think of myself as a dressmaker, and it's been fun to challenge myself to do things that are fandom, but also my style, which is a little kind of streamlined and sporty in general. So I don't like a lot of embellishments, and I, like Deadpool and Wolverine, it was color blocked, simple, but you got what it was. That's really me. So it's been fun. I have a great idea for Fantastic Four. I am not attending that premiere, but I think I might make the dress anyway, but maybe just casual it up a little bit, maybe make it a little bit shorter, maybe make it a little more like a retro rockabilly Fantastic Four dress. So to kind of show that I have the great fortune of getting to sometimes go to these events, and it's a huge honor that I never, ever, ever take for granted. And I obviously don't get to go to everything. It's amazing I get to go to anything. So maybe to show that, like, even if you're not on some big fancy red carpet, you can still make a fun dress to wear to a convention. Like I might wear it to San Diego Comic-Con. I don't know, So next is a Fantastic Four dress, and then I'm going to Bill's training camp end of this month, beginning of next month, and I'm making a dress for that. So, and I'm still working on Boba Fett. So I got some fun things coming up. Fork asks, Disneyland or Disney World? Disney World's more walking. I'm more of a Florida theme parks goer. I live on the East Coast, so that park is closer. I need an airplane for either. So I've just gone to that one more. I enjoy the resorts, like the kind of being on vacation feel of going to Disney. So because of that, I like Disney World because I can hang by the pool and stuff. I've never gotten to stay at a Disneyland hotel before, so when I've gone, it's been more like a day trip or like a short-term thing. So I just like the feel of vacation, which I get more at Disney World. So, but California Adventure might be my favorite park. Oh, Cosplay question, made the white and gold jackets from K-pop Demon Hunters, and any tips for making them? I have a good friend who's asking me a similar question. about K-pop demon hunters, and she did probably what I would do is she thrifted a jacket and is trying to figure out ways to embellish it, which is probably exactly what I would do. Especially if I was new to cosplay or on a short deadline, like she wants to make it in time for San Diego, so I'm like, just thrift it. She also did what I do when I say thrift things, like I sometimes go to Goodwill, but I usually just don't have the time, so I love looking at like Poshmark or Mercari or eBay. I mean, I know there's still like carbon costs with like mailing and driving to the post office and everything, but there's carbon costs in me driving to the thrift store too, and at least I'm reusing pieces. So find a great jacket that's close, and then use what skills you have to embellish it. I'm not quite sure if the exact jacket, the white and black one, is like color blacked. I haven't seen the show, but I'm aware of the phenomenon. I'm aware of K-pop demon hunters. Like the one my friend is doing has like a bunch of chains on it, so she's gonna like go to the hardware store. You can buy a chain by the yard, much more inexpensively at a hardware store than you can at like a craft store. So she's going to like tack a bunch of chain on it and get some gold ribbon, you know, and really have fun with it. It sounds like a fun project. I'm not sure if that's super helpful, but my last piece of advice is for anyone who's cosplaying is find someone that has done the same costume as you. I haven't done that K-pop hunter's jacket, so I don't have specific advice. So my advice is generic, you know, thrift and use what you have. But if you find someone that has done it, maybe they can say, oh my gosh, this exact chain I got from Dollar Tree or something, you know what I mean? They can have more specific sourcing advice. So hope that helps. It's a cool phenomenon. I need to get caught up on it. Bye, Ed. Kids glasses, kids glasses would fit him very cute. Imperial Commando. Oh, that's the like at the end of Mando season 3, they're like what Gar Saxon wears, like the red and white Imperial Commando. Yeah, that's cool. That's a cool armor. I think if I made another full armor, it would either be a short trooper or probably a clone, since I'm always asked about doing a clone. Ambrisha asks, does your husband cosplay with you? Yes. What is his favorite? It's Doctor Strange for sure. Loves Doctor Strange. Do you have the patterns for dresses? Because I want to make some. When I make a dress, I usually show in the video what pattern I use. I am not a pattern maker. I mean, if I make a pattern for myself, which happens sometimes, I show that too. I don't know how to grade patterns. I have limited pattern making skill and zero pattern grading skill. So I couldn't ever sell patterns. I mean, it would just be for my weird size. So when I do a dress, I always show what patterns I'm using. Like for the Jurassic World Rebirth dress, I used one pattern. I think it was like McCall's for the bodice, and I think a Vogue pattern for the skirt, and put them together. And I show those patterns, and then with the pattern numbers, you can search them and find out where to buy them. If you make a next costume, ooh, good question. What would it be and why? I want to wrap up Boba Fett and have that done. I don't know what's next after that. That's a great question. I feel like I should do something from Andor. I just love that show so much, and the costumes are so exquisite. It's a little intimidating, that amount of tailoring. And then, you know, with Mon Mothma, an obstacle for me would be a wig. I'm not great at wigs. I usually get really synthetic cheapy ones. But for her, she needs something, because it's short, it really has to be good. You can't, if you put it, like, the shorter a wig is, kind of the less good it looks when it comes to cheap wigs. So I need to decide if I want to invest in a high quality, expensive wig if I want to do Mon Mothma, and then which outfit, because she has so many incredible ones. So, but that is a lot of expensive white fabric that it would be hard to imagine taking to a convention in terms of like stains and stuff like that. But I feel like something from Andor should be next. I think that'd be a fun challenge, do something really elaborate with a lot of lines. Like the styles really appeal to me, but I don't really have a plan costume-wise post Boba Fett. Someone asked me another great question. Can you do Rey and your husband be collarbone? I do. I have made every single Rey. So all the Reys, and I made a dark gray. I didn't do the one that's in the movie. I did the concept dark gray. But Jeremy's not an armor helmet wearing guy, so no Kylo Ren for him. Which Star Wars trilogy is the best? I like them all, but my favorites are the ones that aren't in the trilogies, like Rogue One and Solo. Those are the ones I'm always defending because it, like, which is the trilogy, and they're like left out, you know? Um, Sorry, let's see. I thought there was another question I was trying to find of you. Who would win 100 Ewoks or one Wookiee? Actually, I think it'd be 100 Ewoks. They can be crafty with their tool making, but I don't know all the details. But 100 Ewoks, I think they'd be a closer fight than you think it would be. Um, that's a fun question. If I made a little costume for Baby Yoda, what would it be? Why would you make it for him? He does wear a Halloween costume every year. I've had uh, some followers slash subscribers make them and send them to me. I've bought some Build-A-Bear costumes. Um, I think last year was it the year that he was going to be Spider-Man, then changed to Tron. So maybe Spider-Man again. Maybe he wants to be Superman this year. I usually have a little story about it. So he's been Boba Fett, he's been Buzz Lightyear, he's been Captain America. Um, I feel like I've done 5 of them, right? Tron. I feel like I'm missing one. Anyway, this could be a Superman year. I feel like I'm missing one. I have to look it up when I'm done. I should make a Cad Bane outfit. That would be cool. That is, I like that character's look very much. I'm not sure how you would do. I gotta say though, a rubber mask. Oh, I think I would really not like that very much. I'm sorry, mask. What costume would you not do? And I think anything with rubber mask. It's just too bad because Cad Bane is great. Cameron Kelly asks, "What out with Baby Yoda?" I'm usually asked where he is, so I've anticipated that and brought him along. A little Jedi outfit. Yeah, I feel like though canonically he's kind of wearing his little Jedi robe, right? Like he's kind of wearing the same thing that uh, Master Yoda wears a little bit, kind of. But I know what you're saying, like the kind of karate gi kind of look. That would be cute. Super awesome. If I could be trained by one of the Jedi, who would it be? Oh man. I mean, who wouldn't want to be trained by Obi-Wan? He just seems chill. You know? I don't want a lot of drama and yelling. Yeah, probably Obi-Wan, I guess. That's a good question. Batman. I've looked into Batman. Was that one that I looked into? Oh man, I feel like I'm missing one. He's had a Santa suit. I'm thinking about it. It was Buzz Lightyear. It was Captain America, Boba Fett, Tron. So it's 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm missing one. Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. What am I missing? Oh. Someone look at my videos and let me know. Favorite Star Wars character? Can't pick one. I always pick 3, and I pick Chirrut Imwe, Jyn Erso, and Leia. Those are my favorites. But I have a lot of favorites. I know I said Buzz Lightyear. That was the first one. Buzz, Captain America, Tron, and Boba Fett. But there's been 5 years. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So I'm missing one. I think I'm missing one in the middle. So I feel like Buzz and Captain America were the first 2. And Boba Fett and Tron were the most recent 2. And then there's one in the middle. Whatever 2022 was. Is it Deadpool? No. He talked about wanting to be Deadpool. And that's when Trooper Mom said, no, that movie's rated R. And also I couldn't find a Deadpool costume. And he doesn't have that many costumes, so how come I can't think of it? Which costume took me the longest? That is a great, great question. Technically it's Boba Fett, because I keep putting it aside so it's not fair. So it's a little hard to say because I don't work on costumes like straight through in a day. I do a lot of other things. So until time start to finish, Boba Fett and Bo-Katan have taken a long time because I had to take big breaks and it was just way too humid to paint. but I think it might be Boba Fett. I'm sorry, Bo-Katan. Maybe there was a lot of armor. She has the most armor of any costume I have, surprisingly. So, and it all had to be painted, and it all had to be painted different colors and weathered. So Boba Fett. I keep doing that. Bo-Katan, I think took the longest. But also the helmet I did for Zori was took a long time too. Someone asked a question I had answered to. Any ideas for the costume closet shorts? Yes, we're in the middle of a little story arc there as well. Um, it's about costume closet leadership. The Scout Trooper just elected leader, and Jen doesn't like that, and she's trying to maybe get back at that. I have an idea about, I put on every single one of my Star Wars costumes on for May the 4th, and I got a few comments saying, "Where's Padme?" So I did a little bit of that. Like, Padme doesn't understand why no one can see her. That's another idea I had. I have a few written. I think I have like 6 written, are in different stages of being worked on. So, but a lot of it has to do with the arc of Jin realizing that people don't want her to be the leader anymore. Oh, and like Tron, didn't recognize Tron. So like, where does she belong? She wants to be in the 80s Alliance, but she's technically from a movie from 2010. Stuff like that. So, I'll take ideas too. Not that I'm out of ideas, but it's been 5 years of making these. Then someone asked, I should make an Imperial officer suit. Great idea. I love Dedra Miro's look. And it's a very specific color. I've made Imperial officer tunics for myself. I have a green one for my Mud Trooper, and I very quickly made a white one for a Thrawn very quick cosplay. So they're not hard to do. I just have to get the right weight of fabric for it, and it's a very kind of specific twill and gray. But yes, I should do that one. That'd be a fun one with the job purse, the whole thing. Brian McCarty, some great conventions in Texas coming out. You should come out. Rebel Scum. You know what? I've been looking at Rebel Scum Con and maybe wanting to reach out to them and be like, do you need any help? Like, do you want to wear any panels? I just been maybe a little shy too, or I feel like I work too long. But that convention looks so fun. So many great people are coming, and so many people from Andor that I haven't seen at conventions before. And a Star Wars con, it looks really good. I should reach out to them. Like, what are they going to say? Like, no, Jen, get out of here, loser. That'd be a great one. It's the first weekend in August, right? I think I'm going to Bill's training camp, but I think it's right before that. But Brian, that's a great tip. I'm going to look into that. Livermore Sharon Davis. Yes, I need to get back into the afterlife of the MCU. I have to think about how I'm also going to handle Thunderbolt spoilers, in addition to the costume closet. The MCU afterlife for women. So that's kind of the first thing I've been sort of trying to figure out what to do with. But yeah, I just had Agatha all along on while I was sewing something else, just to have in the background. I'm like, oh man, I almost forgot how much I love the show and how good it is. So, and hearing that watching that episode where they're at the beach house, it's Sharon on the upholstery. It's a fun accent to do. And I got some great compliments, like when Catherine Hahn was making fun of her in the show. People were like, "You do her better than Catherine does." I'm like, well, I'm from New York and Catherine's from Ohio. Cat Phasma, she is fun. I think if I did that much armor, it would be like I said, a Clone Trooper or a Shore Trooper. But that is a beautiful costume, Phasma. Okay, Ruth, I'm gonna look it up. I'll figure it out. It's crazy, I can't figure it out. It's so dumb. My favorite Star Wars game. Oh, I got really excited. My favorite Star Wars game is not a console game. It's a mobile game, PC game. It's called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I actually started playing it because I was hired to make an ad for it, and I played it once really briefly and then didn't get into it and put it aside. Then after I did the ad, I started playing it, and like, oh my gosh, just I'm obsessed. I play it all the time. Actually, just yeah. Does anyone play Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? It's great, and it's helped me learn more about maybe some aspects of Star Wars that I was less educated on. It's cool. It has characters from the extended universe, from all the trilogies, from some of the books, from the comic books. It's really fun. Um, what Star Wars movie show are you most looking forward to? Well, I think we only have three to talk about, right? So the Mando Grogu movie is coming out next year. I am excited for that. I'm very curious to see what it will be. It's been interesting. We didn't even know any plot points about it until Star Wars Celebration Japan, you know. Um, so I get that's the one we definitely know about. I think that's what I'm most excited for. Um, and I'm very curious about the the Ryan Gosling thing that they're gonna make. I'm curious what that is. I'm hoping we get more news about the Rey movie, and uh, and then of course we have Ahsoka season 2. I'm very curious about where they're gonna do that. That didn't answer your question. I guess Mando Grogu because that's next. Husband's not doing a clone trooper suit. He's just not into armor. I love how you make Ahsoka sound like Obi-Wan Kenobi mixed with Anakin Skywalker. That is so sweet. I don't think I did that at all. I think she just sounds like me. So thank you. I saw it was a funny idea, you know, because she's so serious in the Ahsoka live action show, and quite frankly in The Mandalorian. You know what I mean? I just thought it'd be fun to maybe just see how Grogu would play against this totally like serious, borderline boring woman. You know, she's not boring, but like that's her persona in the show kind of thing. So. All right, I'll take a couple more questions and then I'm going to wrap it up because I know it's late. We'll have work and summer school. Oh, Paladin Heart, that is a good trilogy. Those are my favorite Star Wars books. I remember when they came out when I was in school. Oh, they were so good. I just pulled them off my bookshelf the other day. I'm like, I need to reread these. Those are just like great time. I remember I love Mara Jade so much. So she's in my game. I love playing her. No, what's Boba Fett I have? It was Boba Fett, Tron, um, uh, Buzz, and Captain America. That's 4. So there should be 5, right? Because 20, 21, 22, unless I didn't do one in 2020, and I've only done 4. If I've only done 4, I have 4. If I've done 5, I'm missing one. And I don't know. I'm like trying to envision all his little costumes. Like he has a little magician costume, his little wizard costume. He has a Santa suit which he's worn. No, I was Fennec. Yes, the blue. He was a clone trooper. Thank you, Firecracker 710. He was a clone trooper. He was. I think it was Rex. I think I just called him a generic trooper without realizing that it was actually a Rex costume. Yes, it has that soft helmet from Build-A-Bear that he couldn't wear because it doesn't go over his ears. It was the clone trooper. Thank you. Once you said blue and white helmet, I knew it. So thank you. As a team effort, you and Ruth, great job. Yeah, Thrawn in the books is so great. He's so great. I know Filoni kind of like tried to put him into his shows, and I don't personally for me, I don't know if it was quite the same. I think he worked much more interestingly for me as someone who survived Passage on the Jedi than someone who's kind of active in Rebels. But that's just me. But yeah, those books are just pretty much undefeated. Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining me. I need to come up with a schedule about what I'm gonna post, what I'm gonna do. I need to get to a convention this summer. I don't have that worked out. Brian, if you know someone at Rebel ScumCon, tell them to reach out. I'd love to go. And yeah. You know, especially numbers have been kind of up and down, and especially on YouTube, which is like the algorithms change. You just never know. So I appreciate all of you being here and liking and commenting my videos and sticking with me. So, all right, we'll see you next time.